and welcome to Discussing Fitchburg Now. I'm your host, Sam Squalia. This week's show is all about the GREEKfest. Well, it's mostly about the GREEKfest. After we have the GREEKfest on, we're talking about the Forge Theater Lab. But right now, it's all about GREEKfest, Fitchburg Greek Festival 2019. I have members of the planning team of the Greek Festival, planning it for longer than 15 years, I've heard.
Yeah.
For a festival that's been going on for more than 50.
That's correct.
Yes.
We've been doing it, Angela and I and Mike, for a number of years. Angela and I for at least 15 years. We've been running this festival, and before that there were our predecessors who did this again for over 50 years. So it's been an event that the community looks forward to and something that we enjoy doing every year.
I certainly look forward to it. So this year's Greek Festival is Friday, September 13th is the Taverna night.
Very good.
And then Saturday, September 14th, 2019.
Yes.
So what's going on? What happens at Taverna night? Let's start with that.
So limited menu. So Saturday's the big night. Friday night is a little more low key. We start around 5 p.m. and again we have a DJ. So big event again Saturday, live music. Friday a DJ, be playing from 5 to 10. So it's come more relaxed atmosphere. The menu's limited, but we have pastries, we have gyros, we have our bar open, and just come and relax, enjoy some DJ music, and hang out with us on Friday night.
We have a dance floor available for anybody who wants to come out and learn how to dance. Our kids won't be dancing on Friday, but we do have two programs. Our Floga dance group, who we'll see later today, they'll be performing at 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock on Saturday. The street is blocked, closed off, so you can drive up to the church grounds, park anywhere along the side of the road. On Saturday, though, we close the street completely off, and we do have a parking lot down the street that people can actually take a shuttle bus to the grounds back and forth every 15 minutes.
It's very convenient. Can we pull up the image of the flyer for the Greek Festival so we know exactly what we're talking about in visual?
Perfect.
Do we pull that up, director?
It's okay.
So it's on Main Street, right in front of the Greek Church.
1319 Main Street.
1319 Main Street.
Yep.
Yes.
And so Main Street's closed off from there, but you could park at down River Street, in
Yes.
the parking lot right down River Street. Yeah, that's the one. Here we go. So Friday, September 13th, 5 p.m. to, there we go, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's right in front of the Greek Church, right on the streets.
Correct.
We're closing down the streets for the party.
That's right.
And then Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And there's all kinds of events going on the Saturday.
Yes.
Indeed. So because we block off the street completely on Saturday, we actually erect a huge tent in the middle of the road, and that's where we have primarily our seating and our food line. In addition, we're also now adding an additional tent so that we can have some vendors coming in to sell their wares. We'll be selling jewelry, religious artifacts and items, as well as some of the food items, Greek food items that people like this coffee here tend to enjoy.
What kind of coffee is that?
So Bravo Coffee is one of the many Greek coffees that are available. We have a kafenio. The word kafenio means coffee house. So we'll be making frappes and Greek coffees. That's a powdered coffee that when you boil it, and demitasse type of coffee, when you boil it and drink it, it's just like being back in the old country.
Oh, yeah, that sounds pretty good. I always get the coffee when I go there.
Good.
I love the coffee. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So that caffeine will be available on Saturday again all day. So again,
To purchase and to make it for yourself at home.
And to make it for yourself, yep. We have the Caffeineo right there available for everyone who wants to come. And if you want to sit and relax, have a coffee earlier in the day, and then hang out for lunch, and even come back for dinner. So we have many people who do that from the community who come and they literally spend the entire day with us. It's a long day for us planning. We're there, really from Friday morning all the way through until probably about 2 in the morning or so on Sunday by the time we clean up, and because the street has to open back up when the festival's done on Saturday, so we have a lot of work to do, but we rely on the community. It is the festival's the main fundraiser for the church. Mm-hmm. And as the community gets a little older, it's harder to keep the numbers of the church up, and we rely on the festival. It is the largest fundraiser event for us for the year. And without the festival doesn't happen again the next year.
Yeah.
So it's just critically important for us to keep the church open, most importantly. But without that, without the support of the community, it just doesn't happen the years after. And that's why we're here with you, and you've been a great support for us, as has Barbara in years past and everybody else, and it's just been tremendously helpful for us to get the message out there. And it's a staple. I mean, without the festival, I think the community would feel it, and we'd hear about it. But if they don't come, then it makes it challenging for us. So we really rely on everybody, and they've been hugely supportive of us in the past.
I'm a big fan. So when you cultivate the younger generation, one way you do that is with the Floga dancers.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to have live Floga dancing coming up in just a few minutes.
Yep.
So let's talk about that.
So Floga, it's a Greek word. It means flame. This is the flame in the heart of our community. My children, Angelo's children, Mike's children now, they've all been part of the Floga dance group. It's a rite of passage. Everybody learns how to do Greek dancing, and then as a community we get together and dance. Actually, Friday night's event is actually for the hard workers of the community that come in and put all the time and effort. So we get a little time to ourselves to enjoy, and then Saturday we work our butt off.
We work.
And like you said, his kids danced before. My kids, when they were little kids. Now my grandson, it's the 3-year-old. We're starting them up that that young, that way they can be dancing.
So how old are the Floga dancers? What is the range?
They range from 3 all the way up to senior in high school. Yeah. So the group that we have here with us tonight is primarily high school students. So some of our older kids, but the younger kids are adorable, and they are super fun to watch. So when they get out there, they will dance twice on Saturday at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. But during the rest of the day, we have a live band. So that's also really cool, and the staple of the event. We bring in live music. They'll be playing the entire day. But then when the dancers go from 2 to 7, they have their set schedule they'll play. And it's so much fun to watch them, and everyone will come and they're sprinkling dollar bills over their head, and the kids love it. It was really cool for my family specifically. My 3 kids all dance, and we actually just recently went to Greece and had an opportunity to dance in Greece. And there's some of the people were like, wow, just amazed at what these kids were doing, and it was just so much fun. And it's, as a parent, it is the most fun thing to watch, seeing, and just the pride of having.
Everyone loves the Floga dancers. Yeah. I mean, whenever I go, everyone's crowded around throwing money. So now, what's the significance of the money?
It's just a gratitude for such a wonderful show. So the kids collect that money, that all goes to the Floga, so they can buy new uniforms or prepare for the following year. Yeah, so it's a thanks for putting on a wonderful show.
And they do that, from little kids that we would dance, and they were always throwing money or dishes.
Yeah.
Dishes?
Yes, I was trying to tell them, we got
like plates?
Plates.
We got rid of a lot of dishes yesterday. I told them we should save them for the Floga dancers. When they dance, we just break the plates.
A little too much cleanup work.
Too much cleanup.
Well, that sounds safe.
Yeah. So
the Floga dancers, they do different dances based on the different regions of Greece.
Yes.
Very
so
good.
we're going to get a kind of sampling on Saturday of running through of all the different regions.
Yeah.
Right.
And the MC or the DJ at the band will actually announce the type of dance, the region that it comes from. Angelo has his family's from Crete, the island of Crete. My family is from the island of Epirus. Yours?
Family just south of Sparta.
So, and each of these regions is a different type of a dance. The Epirus dances are pretty much a slow, more clarinet-based. Cretan dances are faster pace, so you get a taste of all of them.
Then they wear different costumes.
They do?
Yes. Not our kids right now, but I mean, if
in each of the regions.
Oh, in each region?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They wear different costumes. So you can tell by looking at the costumes where they're from.
So the different types of dances, whether they're fast-paced or slow-paced, that's kind of showing the different regions.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
And so we have a mix of all the different cultures, all the different regions with the kids.
Here in America.
In America. And our dance group, our Floga dance group, will represent each of those different regions in their dancing on Saturday.
And so tonight we're going to do like kind of a fast-paced run-through of a bunch of them.
Correct. And you're going to ask us what kind of dances they are, and we won't know. So that's why Nikki Mooreshead, our dance instructor, is here. Maybe she could add a few more details to that. But.
And Nikki says that she was a dancer when she was 4 years old. So that's how long that we know there's at least some timeline.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's an amazing event. Actually, when my kids were young, it brought tears to my eyes because I was so proud of my kids to see them be part of this culture. And you know, in our tradition, in our community, it's a tradition to have this tight-knit community and to be able to dance amongst your friends and peers. I do want to emphasize one thing that I know we're focusing on Floga dances, but we talked about the festival being our sole fundraiser. The primary fundraiser within the festival is a $100 raffle.
Oh yeah, the chance to win $5,000, right?
$5,000. We have only 250 tickets. Typically sell around 200, 225, so the chances are amazing, much better than Megabucks or any other lottery. So we are actively selling those tickets. We'll have a booth there on Friday and Saturday to sell out the tickets as much as we can, and come in and try.
$100. It all goes to the church, but also you get a chance to win $5,000 with that $100.
You do not need to be there to win. So yeah, and we also have a 50-50 raffle too. For those who maybe can't afford the $100 ticket, we do have a 50-50 raffle, which is usually around $1,500 or so, I think, goes to the winner.
Yeah.
But the $100 raffle, again, hugely important for us. And again, the chance to win $5,000. Again, all that money goes to the church to allow us to continue to do this every year.
Nice.
And again, with the raffle ticket, they can call the church, and we can send them a ticket.
So if you can't make it to the festival, you can still buy a ticket.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the flyer, or we can give you the number, but 978-342-1216.
Sure.
I think that was it.
All right,
Yeah.
great. So Greek Festival, Friday night, September 13th from 5 to 10 p.m.
Yes.
That's the Taverna night with the bar and limited food items, but there's also going to be music and dancing and fun. And then Saturday is the big festival from 11 a.m. all the way to
10
p.m. And that one's going to have the Floga dances at 2 p.m. and at 7 p.m.
That's right.
Food, full food.
Full food. We'll talk about the
all
food
the
after
food.
the dance.
Yeah, we'll talk about food after the dancing because we'll have to let them work off some calories and then
Exactly. We have some desserts for them if they want.
All right, so we want to cut and do the Floga dancing.
Sounds good.
We want to see that? Sure. So we have live Floga dancing that's happening right in our studio. So we're going to cut to that now. So.
Teach me to dance, 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 dance.
Καλημέρα όλη μέρα με πολύ ή λίγο αέρα και όλα καλά θα πάνε αν τα σύννεφα φυσάνε. Καλημέρα με λιακάδα απ' την όμορφη Ελλάδα και με χιονιά και με κρύα πάντα αισιοδοξία. Happy, happy, happy day. Happy, 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 happy day. Ξεχνά τις πολλές κοτούρες και στη συντροφιά μας κάτσε. Τα προβλήματα σου άσε. Ο καιρός με τη τσολάκι, καθημερινή συνήθεια, θα σου λέμε την αλήθεια. Καλημέρα όλη μέρα με πολύ ή λίγο αέρα και όλα καλά θα πάνε αν τα σύννεφα φυσάνε. Καλημέρα με λιακάδα απ' την όμορφη Ελλάδα και με χιονιά και με κρύα πάντα αισιοδοξία. Happy, happy, happy day. Happy, 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 happy day. Ξεχνά τις πολλές κοτούρες και στη συντροφιά μας κάτσε. Τα προβλήματα σου άσε. Ο καιρός με τη τσολάκι, καθημερινή συνήθεια, θα σου λέμε την αλήθεια. Καλημέρα όλη μέρα με πολύ λίγο αέρα και όλα καλά θα πάνε αν τα σύννεφα φυσάνε.
Execute in the moment to get that elusive result that you've been chasing. And so that's what's really motivated me, is this idea that I haven't seen my best yet and I really want to.
All the way to the state championship at Gillette, and they won. This huge accomplishment will go down in SUE history. Yeah, give her a round of applause. We deserve it. We have learned the true meaning of our school motto, love one another.
The sun is out, and so will the brightness of our future when we are officially graduates of Fitchburg High School.
First time others were proud.
And welcome back to Discussing Fitchburg Now. That was the Greek Festival Floga dancers. And now we're back. So let's talk a little bit about the tradition and the history of, this festival, of doing the Greek festival in general, and the Floga dancers.
Sure. So again, we mentioned that this the festival has been around for a lot longer than 50 years. But the tradition of every Greek festival has been to bring a little bit of Greek into the community. So we want to be able to, we say be Greek for a day. We want to be able to get that culture out and our religion out too. So we have tours of the church. But for the Floga dance group, that is the heart of what is to be Greek. It's the celebration, the excitement of being part of a group of individuals that have grown up in Greek town in Fitchburg and continue that tradition. We fight hard to maintain that tradition. We want to make sure that our kids learn the Greek culture, learn the Greek language, but more importantly, learn the Greek dance, because they'll be at another festival someday, and we want them to make us proud.
So you do Greek lessons, Greek language lessons?
We do.
We do, yeah.
Really?
So there's many parishioners in the church who don't speak the language, but they have an opportunity to take Greek school. So we have some of the yayas, or the grandmothers, older ladies in the church, who volunteer their time, and they work with the young kids and even work with the adults who've never learned the language and give them an opportunity. Because it's not just about, I think everyone thinks about religion, it's not just about the Greek Orthodox religion, but it's about the culture, it's about the heritage, it's
and
just
language is
everything
such a huge
combined.
part of that.
It is, and it's, some of the kids, I think from attending church, they learn the liturgy, because there's a lot of, within the service, there's a lot of it's in Greek, and they learn that, and they learn those words, and then they want to learn more, and they want to learn more about the culture, and a lot of that is focused for us around this event, but from a religious standpoint, around Easter, hugely impactful and important for us. And I think the kids, most of them anyway, will spend the entire week with us at the church during that week leading up to Easter, and it's our largest celebration.
Your Easter's on a different day than
sometimes.
Than the
Sometimes.
other Easter,
Yeah,
right?
sometimes.
Usually it's a week after the Catherine.
Yeah, it follows the vernal equinox, so it's the first full Sunday after the vernal equinox.
Oh, okay.
So it follows Passover, Jewish Passover.
Right. Yeah. So some days it's been weeks before, weeks after. It all depends every year, and some days it can fall on the same Sunday.
Yep.
So it's, as a kid, I remember talking about it. I know my kids like Greek Easter, and it's
Yeah, Greek
I don't get
Easter.
it. So but it's fun because you get to talk about it, and a lot of times it becomes a topic in class, and you can you have some of the kids who were raised in the Jewish faith. They talk about their holidays and Catholic holidays, and then we have the Christian holidays with Orthodox Easter. So it's fun. It gives them something else to talk about, and then they can talk about not only the religion but the culture that they're growing up in within the church community. So
And I mean, one of the best ways for everyone else to learn about your tradition and culture is to share it through your food.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
Because I mean, everyone loves the food of other cultures. And that's really what my big takeaway from the Greek Festival is, all the amazing food. From the main meaty dishes kind of in the day and to all the desserts. There's a ridiculous amount of great desserts, which is my personal favorite. So what are the biggest kind of sellers, and what are the fanfare for your dinner items or lunch?
All the food that we have on the festival is made by the ladies that we have in church. It's all made by us. And
Men.
anyway,
The ladies and the men
the men
make
do
the food.
the men carry it. Okay. So anyway,
They were always taking all the credit, the
That's
men.
right.
Huh?
yeah, right. So we have the pastitsio.
Pastitsio.
Yes, that we make.
And what is that?
That has got the macaroni with meat, the meat sauce and the cream with
bechamel.
Bechamel cream sauce.
yes,
Ooh.
yeah.
Like a,
It's like a Greek
Like a
lasagna.
It's a lasagna.
Yeah, it's a
It's
Greek
like lasagna, yes.
so that's like the moussaka.
Moussaka is different because moussaka has got the same cream, and then you have the potatoes and the eggplant and the meat.
Because I love that eggplant.
Yeah, it's good.
That's one of our big sellers.
Yes.
So Mousaka and Pastitsio are big sellers, but we also have our
The Spanakopita.
favorites.
Spanakopita, that one's the vegetarian option.
Yes.
That's correct. It's a spinach pie, strudel leaves laid with spinach and feta cheese.
Strudel leaves, is that like a baklava kind of material?
It's the same.
Same kind of filo.
Yes.
Okay, filo.
Same one. Same filo.
Yeah.
And then just the regular souvlaki, or meat on a stick, right? So we have
Ooh, meat on a stick.
yep.
Okay, got that.
So chicken, pork, and lamb. So we do all of that skewering right before the event, and we will sell those the entire day as well.
Perfect for those in the keto diet.
That's right.
Exactly. Yep.
All meat.
Hot dogs for the kids.
Yep. And then where Phil and I will be all day is at the gyro booth. So
Oh, the gyro.
Yep. So
Not
we'll be
the,
serving.
not the gyro.
That's correct. Well
It's
said.
spelled the
Gyro.
gyro, but
Yeah.
it's the gyro.
That's
Yep.
right.
And that's popular as well. We'll be selling those all day long. So if you just want something quick and maybe you have time to go through the entire food line, you just want to come and get a gyro, and then at that same booth we'll typically have some Greek sausage or loukoumades, and then hot dogs for some of the little kids who may not have the palate for the Greek food, but
the fancy food.
But the food, I mean, the day surrounds. I mean, the food is the key.
So what's in a gyro? Is that falafel?
It's a lamb beef mixture.
Yeah.
And
Beef.
Yep, it's cooked on the grill.
It's like a yogurt sauce in there?
It's a
tzatziki.
tzatziki sauce.
Tzatziki?
It's
It's a garlic sauce.
Oh, okay.
It's a garlic sauce.
yogurt,
Tomatoes, onions.
cucumber dill sauce. So, yeah.
Is there falafel? Is that in there, or is that not normally?
No, what you will see often is French fries.
Oh,
So
really?
very common is in a gyro sandwich. Quite often you'll see French fries in there.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, which is we talked about that, but then we need to kind of limit the amount of work we're doing, and space is a factor. But yeah, the gyros are delicious, and we try not to eat as many as we sell during the course of the day. But then we had the foods, and then the desserts right next to where we are with the gyros. We'll have our Loukoumades. So those are just figure a dough ball with honey and powdered sugar typically on them. Those are the line for the Loukoumades is long the entire day.
Really?
It is.
Yeah.
And those are freshly made. So a lot of times at other
so like a
festivals,
fried dough kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that's what it's fried.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh,
And we'll
I
get
don't think
there.
I've
Dipped
had
in
that
honey.
one. The line was probably too long.
Yeah,
Indeed.
it's worth the wait. It is the focal
Loukoumade.
point. Yep. So
Right next to the gyro booth.
Right next
yep.
to the gyro.
So you can
Okay.
come and talk to us. You can
Get
get
the
your
gyro.
gyro. You
Go
can
get
then
the
get your
Loukoumades.
Loukoumades, and then you can go see Angelo at the bar.
And while they're
get a beer.
sweating all day, I'll be cooling off with drinking beer.
That's right.
We're gonna
It's a
have,
tough job, but
It is,
somebody's
it is.
got to do it.
Somebody's gotta do it, right?
So now so at the bar, you
Yes.
don't just get Bud Light or Light. You don't get that. You get the Greek versions.
yes, we have Greek beer.
What's
We're gonna have
what's the Greek
mythos,
beer?
and we're gonna
Mythos.
have alpha, and then we have.
Oh, here's a picture of the mythos.
There you go.
Can we pull that
Okay.
up? There we go. There's a mythos.
Then we're gonna have the cognac Metaxa, 5-star Metaxa. It's a cognac,
Cognac.
and then ouzo.
Ouzo. That's like a sambuca kind of?
Yep.
Yes,
Very good.
Exactly.
Or an anisette
An anisette.
liquor?
Anisette,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep, okay.
And
Ouzo. And is that what this flavor
Candy,
candy
that's
that you
candy
have
flavor,
there?
yeah. Absolutely.
That's where they're from.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm not gonna feel sorry for them.
And you have wine also.
Yes, we're gonna
Greek
have
wine?
Greek wine.
Greek
so we're gonna
wine.
have Greek wine. We're gonna have some American wines too because some people prefer them.
Oh, you have the American wines,
Of
but you don't have
course.
the
We have-
American
we-
beers.
We will
huh?
have American. Yeah, we do have American beer. Yeah, they're
Coors Light.
Yeah, there will be some
Oh, yeah,
kegs of
Coors Light,
Coors
yeah.
Light.
Oh, Coors
We're gonna
Light.
have Light.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking
No,
the
yeah,
Coors.
don't come in. Yeah,
But
have the Greek
the
beer.
mythos is what kind of what would you say is that similar to?
Pale ale.
It's a pale ale. Yep.
Yep.
It's a light pale ale.
like
Very
a
good.
Heineken.
Lighter.
It's better than Heineken.
Yeah, well,
It's better.
Of course, it's better.
yeah, no bias.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No, but it's the bar is always a fun night. I mean, again, the bar's open all day long too, and you can sit and just, when you're there early, you can have your coffee, have lunch, and then stay a little longer and listen to the music and dance and have a few drinks. Again, the entertainment all day long is great. And I think one thing we'd be remiss to say, just to remind everybody, is with our parking over on River Street, free parking. Come
Free
over,
shuttle.
Come over on the free
It's free
shuttle.
to enter the festival.
Yep, and then free admission into the festival. So
And the shuttle is really great because it is back and forth. You never have to wait more than 3-4 minutes.
And the party starts on the shuttle.
Right,
So
our driver.
shuttle is we have a Greek guy driving the Nico drives the
Nico
shuttle.
drives the shuttle, and
Yep.
he's so fun.
And he's got Greek music blaring in the
People
shuttle.
are dancing in the hallways.
It's perfectly safe, however. And then once you get to the festival, come on in again, free entry, and dance all day with us and enjoy the food.
Pop
and the
over,
desserts.
take the shuttle. If you
Yep.
got to leave, you can come back.
Exactly.
Because the shuttle's real quick.
And don't forget to shop And
Because there'll be all kinds of Greek swag.
there will be Greek swag, absolutely, clothing, jewelry, religious artifacts, like we mentioned. And one question that we always get is, will there be entertainment for the kids?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah,
I was
so
gonna ask that.
we do have a kids booth where there will be fun games and things for the kids to do. So if mom and dad want to sit and eat lunch and have a drink, and kids can go and play in the kids booth and stay entertained. So that's, we always know, very important for the parents, and we try to make sure everyone's happy.
I know. Do you have that great Greek kind of backdrop?
We do.
Yeah, we do.
A couple years ago,
It'll be
do you got
out.
a picture? You got a picture of that Greek backdrop with the props with the kids?
And get your selfie, so it's like you're right there
Oh
on the
yeah,
wall.
oh, that was fun. This one. this is my daughter and her friend. They had lots of fun dressing up.
Nice.
Are you gonna have that again?
We will.
Love that.
Nice.
So I want to emphasize something that Angela mentioned, which was that all the food is prepared by our parishioners, male and female.
Male and female.
And we, it's unique. That's what makes us different. And we're a little bit biased about our festival. We think our festival is the best festival.
Obviously, it's the
We've
best
been around. We've tasted all the food. Our food is the best, and it's because there's consistency. We all cook
You cook
at
it
the
together
church.
with love.
We make all the baklava at the same time. We'll talk about pastries in a minute here. We skewer 600 skewers of meat. 600 pounds of meat, excuse me, and we marinate that, savor that for the next day, and cook it for the festival date. But pastries, if we can talk about pastries for a
You
moment.
cook all the pastries together also.
We cook-
Well, most of them. Some of them
yeah.
are bought from somewhere in Boston.
In Peabody.
Yeah.
Yes, they're sometimes a little too difficult to make, so we have some here that we make ourselves.
Ooh, what are these?
So in the middle is, and I'm sorry we've got the plastic wrap there, but in the middle is baklava. So again, the mothers will be making...
staple.
That's the staple. Around the outside, the powdered cookies, it's a butter cookie called *Loukoumades*
With the white powder.
with the white powder. Then we've got
Melo macarona.
Melo macarona. It's
Melo macarona.
It's
Melo
a
macarona means is they dip them in, after they make the cookies, they dip them in the honey, hot, and then they put the walnuts on top.
yeah. And on the outside, those cookies are butter cookies. They're called *Kouloraikia*, very much like *Loukoumades*. The only difference is not powdered with sugar. So they're butter cookie too. And that is for you and your team here to enjoy. And
Oh,
they're all
aren't
low
you guys
calorie.
the best?
They're all low calorie, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that. Just like that Kataifi. Can we pull this one up on the screen? Because this
Kataifi.
Kataifi. This one's my favorite. It's like a baklava, but it's also like a shredded wheat kind of thing. And then
Different
there's
phyllo.
honey. And, it's a different philo?
Yes.
And then there's pistachios, crushed pistachios.
Yeah. Walnuts, pistachios.
Now, was this your picture from last year?
Yeah, it's from one year.
Nice.
From some year, I don't know. Yum. This one I just eat for dinner. Then I'm gonna get another one for dessert, and then I'm gonna get one for breakfast.
Cool.
We have parishioners and the community that arrive bright and early on Saturday morning because they know that the pastries go by 6, 7 o'clock at night. Most of the pastries are sold. They come in early, buy out as many of the pastries as they can, and take them home. So
Yeah, don't wait until 9 or 10 o'clock to buy your
Forget
pastries.
it.
Right, they'll be gone.
They'll be gone.
I'm not gonna wait. So what are the? There are a ton of the pastries. There's a bunch of food, but pastries is probably like 5 times as many different pastries as there is of the
Yes,
food
it
items,
is.
right?
Yeah.
Could we, Dave, just run through a few of the pastries, the pictures on the main screen here? Oh, here we go. Walnut pie. That one looks pretty good.
Yeah.
What is this?
Ekmek.
What is this
Ekmek.
one?
It's got the cream with the kataifi underneath it.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Baklava.
That's the melo
Melo
macarona
macarona.
we have here.
Oh, this is the dipped in honey and then
Yeah.
put walnut on it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that looks good.
That's spinach pie.
Looks like a spanakopita.
Spanakopita. And are those balls that people
The
stand in
meatball,
line?
yeah.
The Loukoumades?
No, I
No,
think
no,
that's
no, no.
more of a meatball.
Oh, that's a
like a-
meatball. Okay. And there's some
Well, that was
olives
probably
there.
on the Friday.
Yeah,
What is this thing? Milk
That's a
pita?
tiropita.
yeah.
Tiropita?
It's made with feta cheese.
It's a cheese pie.
Cheese pie.
Yeah.
So the spinach pie, the spanakopita, tiropita.
They make it
is the
tiropita.
cheese pie.
That looks-
And that's galactobureko.
This is my
I
favorite.
like the burko.
So it's gala means it's a Greek word for milk. So it's more of a
Custard cream.
custard cream.
Oh, custard. Ooh, yum, with a phyllo.
Yeah, and honey.
And drizzled in honey.
Oh, I can see the honey dripping.
That's the pastitsio.
Pastitsio. This, oh, the macaroni.
Yes.
And,
Lasagna type meal, yep.
what,
Kataifi, and that looks like risogalo. Risogalo is a rice pudding.
rice pudding.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So we'll have that as well.
It's like rice pudding wrapped in something?
I think that's just a pretty scoop of rice pudding, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It's a perfect scoop.
Yes, it's excellent. You can. That's great. You can get your coffee from the Cafanillo and your dessert. And
My friend
and
shared this. This was her breakfast the next morning.
There you
I was very jealous.
there you go. Sit and enjoy all day long with us. Yeah, the Spanakopita.
That's the Mousaka.
Oh, Mousaka
on the right.
On the right.
On the right.
And
yeah, in
the
the back there.
Spanakopita in the front. But in the back is the stuffed grape leaves.
Domada.
Domades. We're going to be having domades this year as well.
Grape leaves?
Yeah, grape leaves with rice inside.
Oh, rice inside?
Yeah.
And do you just bite the leaves?
Bite it down.
Yep.
Eat it all.
You eat the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's-
Excellent.
Perfect. That's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have French fries for my daughter,
There you
so
go.
she'll be happy.
There's no shortage of food. Anyone can find something to eat and just sit and there's no rush. Come and enjoy the entire day with us. Relax, have a few drinks, have a coffee, and eat and have dessert.
Hang out, chat. I mean, everyone goes, but there's also plenty of seating.
Yes. Yeah.
There's
We'll have two.
plenty of tables, plenty of chairs.
Yeah. So we have a 100-foot tent in the center of Main Street. So plenty of seating all under the tent. So rain or shine, that's important to note. So
It's
even if
rain or shine.
Yep,
Oh,
still
yeah,
come out.
yeah.
Yep. So all of Main Street there on Saturday will be covered by a tent that really goes from one end of the church and then 100 feet down Main Street. And then our whole parking lot area will also be covered in tent. So that's where the bar will be and additional seating, and our live band will be in the tent within the parking lot.
So you can see this is the Greek Festival, Friday, September 13th, 5 to 10 p.m., and then Saturday, September 14th, from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., right at the Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church at 1319 Main Street in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. The long-standing Greek festival tradition. You gotta come down. Chance to win $5,000 grand prize. Plus there's 50-50 raffles, all kinds of Greek swag, the food, the drinks,
Yes.
the entertainment, the Floga dancing, the camaraderie, and there's tours of the Greek church.
There is Father Paul Bibis, our priest, who has been with us for a number of years, is going to have tours, I believe, at 1 o'clock and
1 and 6, usually the hours before the,
Yeah,
Oh,
before
the dancing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 1 p.m. you can get a tour, 2 p.m. watch the Floga dances, 3 p.m. eat.
Always something to do.
Yeah. We keep you entertained the entire day. Yeah. And the church tours, we're remiss to say that, I mean, they're very popular. The line that comes up and follows Father Paul up into the church is always pretty long. Everyone is quite interested in just going upstairs to see the church, and it is absolutely magnificently beautiful up there. He talks a lot about the religion and talks about the church and the history behind the church, and it's very interesting, educational, and fun.
And that's, the reason for the Greek Festival as a fundraiser. It's the largest fundraiser for the church.
Yes,
to keep it going and support the community.
That's right.
It is. Our mayor has commented on this is one of the better festivals, one of the better community events to bring the community together. Everybody behaves. It's a phenomenal event to have people just get together and people you haven't seen in a long time. So it's worthwhile. We'd be remiss if we didn't thank the community, our church community, because without them,
They must put on a lot of hours in.
A lot of time. There's
there
so many
are
people
a
that we can't
handful.
mention all the names.
Exactly.
Look, can we pull this picture up? Here's some volunteers here. These are all volunteers, parishioners of the church.
And also they cooked. Many of them cooked, prepared for the event. So without them, it just doesn't. We don't pull it off. And we need them. We continue to need them. Our community has dwindled, but we still have a number of individuals who hold firm to the notion of having a Greek festival every year, and we fight hard to make that happen. So.
And we have help from members of the community who aren't even a part of the church.
Yeah.
The festival is so important to them that they call and say, "What can I do to help?" And you'll see people show up. I mean, we're there at 4:30 in the morning on Saturday when the tent shows up, and they're members of the community. Say, "What can I do? Can I help you set up chairs?" And they're so excited for the day, and they know that without the help we're still scrambling at 11 a.m. to get everything ready, and they want to enjoy the party. So we get so much help not only from our church community, but from Fitchburg, Leominster, and the surrounding communities. And we have people who come from New York just to come to this festival.
I've heard.
So yeah, we have a lot of support.
We have an amazing community.
Yeah, no, we really do, and it's a great couple of days, but it does require a lot of work. I mean, literally the week after the festival ends, the planning for the next festival starts.
All right,
And,
what did we do good?
Exactly.
What can we do better?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Is there any last words that you'd like to add?
I think we hit it all again. Parking on River Street.
Parking on River Street.
Free parking, free shuttle to come over, no admission. 5 to 10 on Friday,
Raffle
DJ.
tickets.
Yep, and then Saturday all day long, 11 to 10. A live band on Saturday. We have our 50-50 raffle and then our larger raffle for the $5,000 grand prize. Come out, hang out with us, enjoy. We've been blessed for at least the last 7 or 8 years with perfect weather.
No, hold on.
We always,
exactly.
We knock on that table for you.
Our priest does some special prayers, and whatever he
He's
does,
got some connections.
It's worked for us, so we'll bank on.
Call for good weather again.
We'll bank on good
Indeed,
weather again.
indeed.
Yep. Thanks for having us.
Again, come
Well,
Greek.
thank you for having us here.
Thank you so much for coming on. I'm a big fan of the Greek festival. I can't wait. I'm going to get that Kataifi.
Kataifi.
I'm going to get
and
that
the
first
Mythos
thing.
beer, right?
And a Mythos.
Yes.
Yeah. Or, whatever you want to buy me.
You got plenty of that.
Hey, yeah, right. So thank you
Thanks,
so
sir.
much for watching. This is the Greek Festival. So we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to have Samantha DeManby on and talk about the Forge Theater Lab, the McKay Theater, all the upcoming productions that's going on there, right?
Chess Chat is the only television program in the United States that presents chess in the way we do it. We try to be entertaining. We try to actually inform, educate our viewers as far as the world of chess, which is a fascinating world. If more people took up chess, and especially young players, they would actually be exposed to critical thinking, learning logic. I mean, I think this is very valuable for especially youngsters, at early age, to learn to be critical in their thinking. Because I want to let people know that chess is a fantastic game, but it's also an art, it's a science, it's a sport. The world of chess has a wealth of information about chess. We could go on forever talking about chess players, chess events. I and my co-host will never run out of material for Chess Chat.
The people that I interview motivate me. And there are days that I might be very tired from working my real estate all day, and I think, oh, do I really want to do this? And I walk in here, and the lights and the camera come on, and I meet wonderful people, and voila, I'm motivated. People often ask me, 37 years, haven't you run out of interesting topics or interesting people? And there are so many interesting people. And I love spotlighting someone who hasn't gotten the recognition that I think they deserve. Your function as an interviewer is not to editorialize your opinions, but to draw other people out and ask the right questions that you'll get more and more from them. I'm still hanging in there after nearly 38 years. We're almost up to 38, so they'll have to kick me out because I'm not quitting.
Hi, welcome back to Discussing Fitchburg Now. We are talking with Samantha DeManby, the artistic director of the Forge Theater Lab. What is the Forge Theater Lab? What's going on there?
So the Forge Theater Lab was founded last summer, 2018, by Professor Kelly Morgan at Fitchburg State and a group of alumni who wanted to have a company that put on just new plays. So most of the plays this season are entirely written by Fitchburg State alumni.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's great. They're really interesting and thought-provoking works. They deal a lot with contemporary issues, like On Our Terms by Mary Darling. It's all about the complexities of being in a relationship and different gender roles, like what is the role of a man in a relationship, what is the role of a woman in a relationship, and like
On Our Terms.
Right,
okay.
And just questioning that. But it's a great comedic piece. It's a lot of different scenes. So the premise is there's a couple, they meet up. Sorry, they're not a couple, they meet through a dating service and they try to negotiate a contract if they were going to go into a relationship. And so part of that is telling these stories of their past relationships. And some of these stories are like really crazy and out there, and others are like sad and touching. So it's a wide variety of experiences that I think people will really enjoy.
On Our Terms.
Right, On Our
And
Terms.
so this was written by FSU alumni?
Right, it was written by Mary Darling. I believe she graduated in 20...
Is this Mary Darling?
Yep, that's Mary Darling.
Can we throw this picture up on the main screen? There we go. Mary Darling, this is the writer.
Right, she's written a number of plays actually. Last spring we did a staged reading of a different play she wrote, Good Grief. And it was very well attended. People really liked it. She's really great at having a lot of humor, but also dealing with really dark or complicated issues, especially in relationships, which is what On Our Terms is all about.
Relationships.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And so this is the director?
This is the director, Noah Dawson. He's actually the drama teacher at Sizer School. So he's directed this piece by Mary Darling, and he's also directed the staged reading that she did. So they've worked together a lot.
So this is like the second iteration of the duo.
Right. They're a really good team. Mary likes to get Noah's feedback. She does rewrites. He really takes her ideas and tries to like make them happen on stage. Like if Mary will throw something at him and he'll be like, all right, like how can we visualize that in the set? Like what do we want the actors to be doing to communicate like that joke or that idea to the audience?
So the Forge Theater Lab, these theater productions are held at the McKay Auditorium.
Right, they're held at McKay Auditorium, 67 Ringe Road. So it's the second floor where the auditorium is, and there's also like handicap accessibility. There's an elevator that goes to the theater.
Perfect.
So everyone can attend, and we hope that everyone will attend.
And so if we're interested in going and seeing, is there a website?
Yes, so just a simple website, www.theforge.inc. It has the location, ticket prices, more information about the shows, anything you'd need to know. There's also plenty of parking at McKay Auditorium, so plenty of space, no issue there.
So there's a website. Where you can learn about all the different plays.
Right.
Can you buy season tickets, or do you buy just tickets per show?
You can buy tickets online, and there's a link there that you can get tickets online. We also sell them at the door. Just have to pay cash at the door. Online, you can buy however many and use a credit card. So.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yes.
And so, how long do the productions usually last?
So we're having 2 weekends. So On Our Terms is September 6th through September 14th. So I have the dates here.
Different shows?
So September 6th, 7th, and 13th, and 14th at 8 p.m. September 8th at 2 p.m. and the 12th is at 6:30, and that's a pay what you can night. So anything you can pay to get in, that'd be a great night to go if you're looking to save some money.
But the normal cost is $15 for each ticket, or it's $5 for students.
Right, $15 for an adult and $5 for students.
And so what I like to bring my daughter to plays. And so what I always like to know right up front is this appropriate for children?
No, it's a great play. It's very funny, but like the humor is very adult. So I would say anyone under 14 probably shouldn't go.
Yep, I appreciate this. This play is not recommended for children under 14 because of profanity and frank sex talk.
Yes.
I appreciate that because now I know, okay, this is not appropriate for my 9-year-old. We'll leave her at home.
Exactly.
What about the other upcoming productions? Are any of them appropriate for children?
I would say not, just because we do have profanity in our plays, and they do touch on very adult themes.
Dating and relationships.
Right, exactly. But I would say if you have very mature 12-year-old or 13-year-old, then it might be all right. But I'd say think about it and read the description and make your own judgment call. So
these are really geared towards adults.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm. And so how long is a show? Probably about an hour-ish or 2 hours?
Probably an hour, 45 minutes each show. So they're not too long, and there'll probably be a 15-minute intermission at each show.
And do you sell food during intermission?
Yes, we do sell concessions, chips, drinks, cookies and snacks. So there's plenty there.
Nice. So the the new upcoming show is On Our Terms by Mary Darling, September 6th through the 14th, right? At 67 Ridge Road at McKay Auditorium, which is on the 2nd floor, handicap accessible. Tickets are $15 or $5 for students, or on September 12th, it's a pay what you can.
Right, pay what you can.
Pay what you can. And then your next upcoming show, you have Chasing the Ghost by Ashley Lauren Rogers, and this is the December show.
Right. This is the December show, and I'm actually directing this. So I'm very excited for this piece. I actually worked with Ashley Rogers while she was workshopping the play. So I've seen it change, and I've heard it many times. It's about this man and his wife who are haunted by this mysterious ghost. And throughout the play, we kind of find out why the ghost is haunting him.
Like Beetlejuice.
And what I really love about this play, it's very funny at times. You'll be laughing, holding your stomach. It's so funny. And other times it's extremely serious. It deals with issues of related to the Me Too movement and harassment online. So it does deal with very heavy stuff, but it also has very
current
light moments.
Topics.
Right, exactly. It's very current, and that's what I love about it. It has the perfect balance between humor and drama. So I think there's a lot people will get out of it.
So the Forge Theater Lab started in 2018, and you've had a number of productions already, right? And so you're continuing them into March. You have multiple events. And
right, so a big part of our company is developing new plays, and part of that is having a staged reading. And a staged reading is when you kind of put a play on its feet, but without the production. You have people read a script so that the playwright can hear it aloud, and so that an audience can hear it and give their feedback. Oh, this scene isn't working, or I didn't understand why this character did that. That's what our Plays in Progress, our Draft House series is about, is developing the play and really inviting anyone in the community to go to those. Those are free events, and we really want to hear from people what they think.
So you have 2 upcoming staged readings, one in February, one in March.
Right.
And those are open to the public, and you want them to come for free and watch the stage reading and give their input.
Exactly. Well, we want to hear what they think, if they liked it, if they hated it, and why,
And this lasts as long as a normal play would. It's just kind of everyone's reading from the script.
Right. And I'd say they're reading from the script, but they're acting with full force. They just happen to have a script in their hands. So it's still pretty entertaining.
So do you do auditions for the public to be able to audition for the plays?
Yes, we do have open auditions, so anyone in the community or outside of Fitchburg can audition. We have our auditions for our Draft House series in December, December 9th and 10th, I believe, and we'll be posting more information on that, our website, probably the next month or so.
So you have the Facebook also, which is the Forge Theater Lab.
Yep.
The Forge Theater Lab.
Exactly. Very simple to look up, just the Forge Theater Lab on Facebook.
And then you can go to the website and you can see all the information. And I use the Facebook a lot, so I see the information pop up there, and then you do the little event, and then I can share it from there, and I remember.
Right.
So I appreciate that. Yeah. So any other way that we can keep in contact? Or is that really the best?
I mean, if you go on our website, you can sign up for our mailing list. We try not to bombard people with emails. It's mostly just to let you know about like an upcoming show or an audition if you'd like to be involved. And we just let you know on their status of our company, like I said, upcoming shows, upcoming readings, anything you might need to know.
And by going and supporting the Forge Theater Lab, you're supporting theater and you're supporting the future productions.
Right, and you're supporting new plays, new writers. A lot of the plays that we're putting on are the first time someone's getting a production or a reading of their play. So we're really trying to give new writers opportunities that they may not get from another theater, because it's very difficult to put on a new play versus something that everyone knows.
A lot of the other theaters, they do, plays that have already been done.
Right.
But creating a whole new play from scratch, you need to figure out the costumes, you need to figure out, everything.
Right.
That's difficult.
Right, and there's a whole process to it. It's not just we put on the play, like we work with the writer, we have the director be in contact with the writer to do rewrites before the production, sometimes during the production.
Like during the stage reading.
Right, during the stage reading, and even on our terms, the writer was making changes just a few weeks ago. She was like, oh, I have this great idea that I want to put in, and we were like, what? Like we're getting close to the show, but the changes she put in were great. Like they made the play even funnier, and I think people will be really surprised by all the unique and interesting humor in the piece. So,
On Our Terms by Mary Darling. That'll be the one to watch. That's the next one, and it's about what? Can you run through what it's about again?
So these two people meet through a dating service, and as a part of this service, they have to meet up in a room and make a contract for their future relationship.
Because they've both been through some things.
Right, so they've both been to some pretty bad relationships. And so most of the play is them talking about their bad relationship, their different bad relationships, and we see those relationships play out in different scenes.
And who doesn't love hearing good stories about that? Other
right.
people's bad dates.
Right, and some of them, like I said, some of them are very dramatic and touching and sad, and other ones are like really wacky and out there and funny. Like you'll be holding your stomach because you're laughing so hard. Like you'll really love it. So
awesome. All right. Any other things that we should touch on with the Forge Theater Lab in the second season?
Right.
Any other things that we should touch on?
I think we're good. Like, just if you have any questions, www.theforge.inc. All our information is there. Tickets, parking, upcoming shows, anything you need to know about our company. So.
And by supporting the Forge Theater, you support theater in Fitchburg, of which we have a rich history of theater in Fitchburg with the Stratton Players, with the New Players Theater Guild, now with the Forge Theater Lab.
Right.
And with the Forge Theater Lab, you're supporting new artists, writers, new works.
Exactly.
Right? All right. Well, thank you so much, Samantha DeMamby.
Thank you.
With the Forge Theater Lab, the artistic director of the Forge Theater Lab, for coming on and talking with us about this. I can't wait to go see this. The next, your upcoming dates again is On Our Terms by Mary Darling. That's September 6th, 7th, 13th, 14th at 8 p.m. And then September 8th, you get an opportunity to see it at 2 p.m. September 12th, it'll be at 6:30 p.m. This is not for children. And tickets are $15 and $5 for students. So thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much, everyone at home, for watching, discussing Fitchburg Now. We'll see you soon. Right? Thanks.